I am here backstage post-show with Dennis Basso. Thank you so much for talking with me. Congratulations on an absolutely stunning show. It was gorgeous.
Thank you.
So, I mean, there were so many amazing pieces, but tell me a little bit about your inspiration, where you started this season.
The inspiration for this was about the great outdoors and also about, I said, she catches her masculine side. It was tailored, but it was feminine.
Right.
It was a little bit over the top. It had narrow shape. It was using luxury fabrics, paper-thin cashmere, beautifully sewn together. It had that right look to it, I think.
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, your pieces, what I love about them is they're ageless and timeless.
Right.
And I feel like that's something that is so difficult to achieve. How do you achieve that look that's something that I would wear it as a 20-year-old and a 60 or 70-year-old
that's
would
the
wear
whole idea.
it?
The trick of good fashion is really translating it.
Exactly.
Is really being able to have it go to different generations. And that's what makes this special.
Yeah.
That's what really makes the collection. To work on it, that it has to work for a lot of different people.
Exactly, and it's also timeless. I mean, these pieces will still be in style 10 years from now. These become the staples of your wardrobe. A lot of these coats, I mean, these are forever pieces.
Absolutely, without a question.
So, I mean, when you're designing fur, I mean, what you do with fur is just exquisite. It's just ridiculous,
Oh,
honestly.
thank you so much.
How do you
Thank you.
approach fur? Because it's so unique.
Well, I approach it as if it was fabric. I don't think of it as fur, and that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
To create that it's fabric and that it's all about fabric, and then we think about what fur we will put it into. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hi guys, it's Mal. I am backstage at Dennis Basso with Kabuki, who is the lead makeup artist. Thank you so much for talking with me.
You're welcome.
So tell me a little bit about where you started this season for the makeup for Dennis's show.
Well, I looked at the clothing, which was menswear inspired, so it was all these beautiful beiges and browns, and so I was really inspired by that. And also Dennis really loves like traditional glamour makeup, which is, makeup artists love that. You know, you can really sink your teeth.
Have fun.
Yes, all these little elements come together but make something very soft and beautiful. So it's really, we played with different tones of sort of taupes and beiges and browns, and we sculpted the face and highlighted it. And we built up the lashes, gave it sort of a sultry eye, and we nuded the lips and nuded the eyebrows. So it's almost like a kind of Catherine Deneuve feeling. But it's also very modern because it's like it's a very on-trend thing to do a monochromatic makeup.
Exactly. So it's really classic, but it's got that trendy kind of vibe to it.
Fresh.
Exactly. Feels fresh, contemporary.
And lush.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, very luscious. So if women want to do this look at home, how could they do that?
They should get maybe like a soft cream with a little bit of a metallic finish, and just sort of take their finger and just put it over their eye and sort of smudge it. And they want to do a brown liner. We're using buxom for inner in brown, and just line inside the eye. And it's all about blending. I mean, it's the fun thing about this makeup is you don't have to be like super careful like you do with a graphic makeup. You can kind of just get it on there, and then in the end, you just sort of take your finger and blend it, and you can kind of perfect it at the end.
So you can kind of be a little messy with it, smudge it a little bit.
Yeah, well, you don't want it to end up messy, but you can get it on faster that way.
Oh, okay. So really, this is something you could do in 5 minutes in the morning. I mean, you don't have to take an hour.
With a bit of practice, I think the first time you do it, you want to spend a little bit longer so you understand
how to do it. Yeah. And then for the lips, what products have you used for the lips?
We're using a Stila. It's kind of like in a tube. It's almost like a pencil, but it's got the emolliency of a lipstick. And it sort of glides on, and then we're just taking like a Sephora gloss that has a little bit of a shimmer and like a nude, and just dabbing
right
it.
in the middle, just to give it that little highlight.
Because it kind of balances the other highlights. We're doing a highlight cream on the cheek, on the brow bone, right here in the center of the eye. I mean, here's a photo of it, so you can sort of see the effect.
Absolutely stunning, yeah.
And there's lots of lashes.
Fresh.
Also, there's a trick with eyelashes that I cut them into small segments, like I take a strip lash, because that way you just put them on the back of your eyelash, and you don't feel that tightness.
Exactly.
So there's not
I hate that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, you know the relief when you peel off an eyelash at the end of the night. You never get that with this because they're just segments.
So what eyelashes do you like to use?
Well, for this one, we're using like a fluffy eyelash. I like to use ones that have a little bit of space in the thread,
Okay.
You know, you can't really do this technique if it's a solid lash.
Right. Okay.
But for this kind of effect, it really blends in nicely with your real lashes.
Right, yeah.
And it's an enhancement.
Exactly. So you take it and you just cut that in little strips and then put each one on.
Start with the inner corner, with the smallest, because you don't want to get, you want to start smaller and then get a little bit
larger.
bigger.
Wonderful. So if there's one piece of advice you could give that real woman at home, the working woman, the woman who has kids, what advice would you give her about makeup?
I think really, so when you're doing your makeup, have good light. Because if you're gonna wear makeup, you might as well make sure that it looks fresh.
Exactly.
Don't bother if it's gonna look
it's
not gonna look good.
It's not gonna look right. Yeah.
Use the best possible light. Like daylight is obviously the best.
Right. Exactly. So if you can do it by a window or something like that.
Even if you're going out to a club, you should check it in good light.
That's a great piece of advice. Thank you so much. The makeup is absolutely stunning. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. Hi, I'm backstage at Dennis Basso with John Barrett, who is doing the hair for the show. How are you?
I'm great.
Wonderful. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing for hair.
For hair this year, we've decided because I looked at Dennis's collection, and so I saw that there's a lot of different furs, different textures put together. And so what we've done is decided to do a very direct look from the front, where it almost looks like a bob. It's just going down on there.
Beautiful.
And then at the back, we we're doing it in a very sexy chignon. So when you see them walk, they look like one thing, and when they turn around, it kind of looks.
It's that surprise. It
is a surprise.
It's a very classy look, very chic, sophisticated.
Yeah,
that's a chignon.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's very good.
So if women wanted to do something like this at home, what's the best advice you could give?
It is so easy. It's so easy. If you have long hair, then it's like you part your hair just sort of around at the back. Get it in a ponytail. I would recommend doing a very definitive parting.
Right.
And then it's like bringing one and just wrapping it around the ponytail, and then taking the other and wrapping it the other way.
Oh, so it's so easy.
It's a three-step, very easy.
Yeah, so this is really something that you could, like a great day to night look.
Oh my God.
That you can do in the bathroom at work when you want to go out.
It's so easy.
That's fabulous. I love it. So what products are you using?
I use two products. I use John Barrett and Shui Mora.
So tell me a little bit about your products.
My products are great because our main ingredient is keratin, which is what the hair is made of.
Exactly.
And it's like my whole philosophy is that you have to have perfect shiny hair.
Yes.
And if you don't, it's like it doesn't matter what you do, you don't look good.
Yeah.
And so my whole philosophy, as far as hair care is concerned, is returning the hair to its nature's best.
Yeah.
And so,
so where can you get your products? Because I want it.
You can get them online at johnbarrett.com.
Johnbarrett.com.
And there are several stores who have them, and we have them in the salon at Bergdorf Goodman as well.
Goodman. Wonderful. And so and then the other products you're using is?
The other product I use is Shui Mora, because I don't have an aerosol spray.
Oh, okay.
And so the Shui Mora aerosol spray is very good because it doesn't leave any buildup in the hair.
Oh, that's great.
So
which
important.
so many do.
So many do.
Yes, and that's just, you don't want that in your hair.
I believe in beauty without cruelty.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Finally, somebody. That's great.
And you know what? You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. That means so much coming from you. I so respect you as an artist.
I think that red is just making such a big comeback
this year. I agree. Redheads.
And so, it's all about redheads.
So if you could just give one piece of advice to the real woman, the one who's working, has kids, crazy life, about her hair, what advice would you give?
I think that the most important thing is to know your face, know what looks good with you. And the easiest way to find a hairdresser, if you can't get to John Barrett, is to go out there, find someone who's got a great haircut, and just say, who did that? And so, that's a simple tip, but it's a very good tip.
No, that's a great tip. So find somebody with that great haircut and then go where they went. But if you can, go to John Barrett.
And if you can go to John Barrett, go to John Barrett. The other thing I want to say is that if you're doing color at home, which a lot of people do, it's very important to just say within a couple of tones of your own
okay,
color.
right.
Because
don't try to do something really drastic at home.
It's so many times we have people who come in who have dark hair, and they think that if they just put something on from a box that they will be blonde in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite work that way.
Right, exactly. Because you have to strip it down. I mean, it's so many processes. So really stay within those couple of shades.
Stay with it, exactly. And remember, your hair should always be in perfect condition.
Exactly. That's great advice.
Thank
you so much.
What a pleasure.
Congratulations.
And enjoy
it's just
Fashion Week.
Stunning.